Dang, after reviewing Gunpla for like a few years, I didn't even review a Unicorn Gundam. Can you believe that? How's it going, guys? Plastic Disasta here, and to wrap up Heroes Month, or by the time of this video is uploaded, I'm not sure if I'm going to be on time or I'm going to be a little late, but again, just wrap things up, we're going to take a look at the high-grade Universal Century Unicorn Gundam Unicorn Mode from the popular anime OVA series Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. Now, normally I would tell you what the anime is about, but let me tell you this, in the anime there is a lot going on, and I highly recommend you should watch it. It's a really great OVA series. Looking at the box art, we have the Unicorn Gundam firing its bazooka, and in the background we have the Unicorn Gundam in destroy mode. Now, keep in mind, let's say it's your first time building Gunpla and you are a fan of the Unicorn Gundam. If you want to get the destroy mode of the Unicorn Gundam, it's a separate kit. And if you want the kit that does both, get the RG or the MG. Looking at this side of the box just shows off the details, the articulation, the action poses, and the weapon layout. Looking at this side of the box, we have the front and mirror shot of the kid and a nice art of the Unicorn Gundam ready to fight the Kshatriya. And moving on further right, here is what the unicorn looks like in the anime and shows off the in-universe specs. After opening the box, we got 3 big bags of runners and a manual. Looking at the cover of the manual, here is what the kit looks like when it's all built up. Once again, here is the weapon armaments and the specs of the Unicorn Gundam. And cracking up the manual just shows off more information of the Unicorn Gundam. And once again, the destroy mode is a separate kit. And down there is the promotion of the anime. Hey guys, editing Plastic Disasta here. I'm not sure if I got it right earlier, because from the looks of it, it could be what the anime is about. And also, I forgot to mention, right here we have the pilot of the Unicorn Bernard Lynx and his lover Audrey Byrne. And checking the parts list, looks like we're going to be using all of them, and we're gonna have some leftover polycaps. Looking at the back of the manual, we have some familiar images, a familiar art, and a color guide if you're planning on painting it. Starting off with runner A is going to consist of 2 colored parts. We got a big chunk of gray and some dark blue down there. Runner B and 2 runner C's are going to be the white parts. Runner D, we're going to have more gray parts. And finally, beam set effect parts, medium polycap runner, and a sticker sheet. So that's going to be it for the unboxing. Even though there's not a lot of runners, the build does seem intriguing. So I'm going to put this kit together right now, and I'll see you guys right after. And there you have it. Here is the Unicorn Gundam all put together. And I gotta say, building this kit, it was so easy, yet so fun. Also, look at the out-of-box presentation. It's actually really great. I feel like Bandai put some care into this kit. Now, even though I don't have the destroy mode, if you guys do, comment down your experience on that kit. Moving on to stickers, as you saw, you only get like 2 green metallic stickers, which is a good sign. You could either use it, or you could just easily paint that in. So for this sticker, of course, that is going to go to the eyes. And this green rectangle right there is going to be the camera for the bazooka. As for seam lines, surprisingly, you don't get any on this kit, because those seam lines are hidden very well. They can go as a detail. So like my previous review, I'm not going to do any detail work because I'm going to give it a full paint job on this kit. So let's move on to accessories. Starting off with hand options, as you can see what's on the kit, you get 2 open palm hands, 2 weapon holding hands, and a trigger finger hand, which I already put in the bazooka. And since we're on the bazooka, what's funny enough is that the handle doesn't even move, but you do have a secondary handle which you can pull out, and if you want to store it, you can flip this out and you're going to have to collapse it. To collapse bazooka, all you gotta do is take out this middle piece that was sandwiched between the end and the front of the bazooka, take out this bazooka ammo clip, and replace it with this little piece, and that is gonna be stored onto the backpack right over here. And speaking of the ammo clip, you have a spare bazooka ammo clip which you can store onto the back of the kit, which make it look like it's armed. Next up, you have its shield. Now, if you really want to do some detail work, I recommend you painting these parts gray. To attach it, they can plug it onto the side of the arm, and surprisingly, it's either arm. And to store it, you're going to have to switch this adapter piece out. For this one, you want to plug this in and plug in this tab into the backpack. Finally, you get 2 beam saber effect parts. Now, here's the funny thing: the unicorn comes with 4 beam sabers. First set is going to be attached on the forearms. All you gotta do is just pull this out and untap the beam sabers. There's one of them. The other set is attached on the backpack through friction. Easier said than done. It just popped out. Moving on with articulation, starting off with the head, you do have a ball joint on top, and you can also pull this out, which you can look further up. Moving on to the shoulders, it can swing forward and back ever so slightly. It can rotate. The arm can move up this high. And also, don't squeeze the unicorn Gundam. The backpack does pop up a little too easily. You get a bicep rotation, bend at the elbow, 90 degrees, ball joint on the wrist. As for the torso, you do get a waist swivel, but if you pull it up just a little bit, you get more of that ball joint action. So it can crunch forward just a little bit, it can move back just a tiny bit. Front skirt can move out. The side skirt can move out this far. It could also rotate just a little bit. The back skirt is in a fixed position. The thigh is on a ball joint, so it does everything what a ball joint does. The leg bends 90 degrees. You have a ball joint on the feet, so the pivot is actually not bad. Moving on to the backpack, well, nothing really moves. Well, the articulation is not bad. The sad thing is there are some older kits that have better articulation than this one. So take that as you will. Size comparisons, here it is right next to the standard size RX-78-2 Gundam. As you can see, the unicorn is taller than the regular Gundam. Now, if the unicorn was in destroy mode, it would be a lot taller, because in unicorn mode, in universe, it's only 19 meters tall, while in destroy mode, it just gained a height of 2 more meters. Here it is right next to the real grade unicorn Gundam, and that is in destroy mode. Now, here's the thing. Even if I converted the real grade back to its unicorn mode, it would still be a little bit taller than the high grade version. Because of the engineering of the real grade, Bandai has to come up with ways for you to use both destroy and unicorn mode. Except you have its arch nemesis, the Sinanju. And man, I did not expect the Sinanju to be taller than a unicorn. Finally, here it is right next to Godzilla and Optimus Prime. So that's gonna be it for the size comparisons. Let's move on to my final thoughts. So moving on to my final thoughts. Overall, the kit is actually not bad. It's just that the kit could have been a little bit better. The articulation, again, it's doable, but it's, you know, a little lacking. And the way how it handles the bazooka, having that handle that doesn't like move forward and backwards, it can be a little irritating, because you're going to have to like work with it. That's about it for the negatives. What about the positives? Well, for starters, the out-of-box presentation, it looks really great. You can enhance it by panelizing it and give it that little bit of paint, top coat it, and it would look great. And it's also pretty solid too. I have no parts that are coming out loose, though there is one problem when you're like bending the leg. Don't bend it too far, otherwise the thigh would pop out, but otherwise it should be okay. So that's gonna be it for review. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for Heroes Month. Comment if you have any questions, concerns down below, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, Bandai, for the next entry grade line, I want the Unicorn Gundam to be next. I know how much you love to milk the unicorn.